On a cold November night in 2022, a chilling tragedy took place at the University of Idaho. 4 students, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Zana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were brutally murdered in their off-campus home. But what really happened that night? The questions surrounding their deaths have left the world gripped with fear and intrigue. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden details you might not know about this horrifying case. Stick with us as we explore what could have happened that night. These 4 vibrant lives were taken from us. But what made this crime stand out from others? Was it the calculated precision of the attack? Or was it something deeper, something that remains shrouded in mystery even now? As we take a closer look at the crime scene, there's more than meets the eye. Let's start with the timeline. It's a nightmare timeline that's been replayed over and over again. But have you noticed the inconsistencies? While police continue to investigate, we have to ask ourselves, why did it take so long to identify the prime suspect? And why is it that the victim's movements were so detailed, yet we still don't have the full picture of what really occurred that night? What's truly unsettling is the fact that it seems the killer may have been in the house for an extended period. But how could this happen in a house full of people and no one hear anything suspicious? Could there have been someone else involved? Or was the killer someone who was familiar with the layout of the house and the students' routine? Now, let's talk about the police investigation. They say there's nothing more important than following the evidence, but with so many twists and turns, could they be missing something crucial? It took weeks to identify a suspect, and that alone has raised questions. Were there hidden details in the evidence that have yet to be discovered? And let's not forget the haunting theories. Some believe the case was a random act of violence, while others think it could be connected to something much deeper, like a personal vendetta, or even something more sinister, such as a potential serial killer. But here's where it gets even more chilling. What if this crime was not as random as we thought? What if the killer had been watching these students long before that night? There are reports suggesting that the killer may have been following them online and studying their daily habits. Could social media have played a role in this tragedy? We've seen similar cases where victims were unknowingly stalked online before their murders. So, what's next in this case? The suspect is now in custody, but the investigation continues. We may never fully understand what happened that night, but one thing is certain. The fear and mystery will haunt this university and its community forever. These 4 students will never be forgotten. Their lives were full of promise and potential, cut short by a horrific act of violence. But the story doesn't end here. We owe it to them to continue asking the tough questions, digging into the mysteries, and making sure their story is told with the respect and clarity it deserves. Let us know what you think happened that night. Do you believe the evidence points to the suspect? Or is there still more to uncover? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more investigations into unsolved mysteries.